All right, there we go. Finally got it up. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit late. For some reason, it wouldn't load, so I just restarted my entire laptop and I reboot everything. So I lost all my tabs that I had ready to show you guys. So gonna be a little bit behind here, but I'll try to catch up best I can. Try to get all those tabs back because I had like 10 tabs ready to go to show you guys. So we're gonna kind of wing it almost here. Well, there's a lot of things happened today. All right. I mean, we went from like a lot to layout. Yeah, I got a bad connection right now. From doom and gloom from that really bad August to just suddenly just one really quick turnaround, one amazing turnaround. We got Trent signed, we got Brandon Aiyuk signed, we got CMC extended, we got Juwan Jennings, and then today we got Deebo Samuel restructure, we got a Malik Collins restructure. I'm really excited about him. There is a lot of things to unpack today that happened, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing I need to go ahead and bring up is Trent Williams. Trent Williams had a new contract. It hasn't Trent Williams' new contract has not hit spot track yet or over the cap, so we can't do the math yet. But we can look at his contract and see what he has to offer, see what is going on with him real quick. Boom, share that. All right, so there's Trent Williams. Dude's a beast. All right, contract is by the NFL, 3-year deal restructure. So from I think it was when was his let me bring up spot track. I think he was supposed to be over in 2026. So let's hold on. Lost all my tabs. Over the cap. Teams, 49ers. I want to say, where's he at? Trent Williams. Well, where's Trent Williams on here, man? Deebo, Ward, Warner, Kittle, Hargrave, McCott. I don't see Trent Williams on here, man. Huh. Well, I can't find Trent Williams on over the cap for some reason, so that's weird. Anyway, so he got a restructure of 3 years. I think it's from the 2026. So that means we probably pushed his void years to maybe like 2029, and we probably have him until 2027. That's probably what it is. So he's got $82.66 million deal, includes $48 million fully guaranteed. He's totally worth it. Hopefully, a lot of it is like backloaded into that 2027 season where we have like $100-something million in like cap space. And we'll probably use Brock Purdy's cap space for 2028. We'll see. But as of right now, it's good to see this. What is it? $48 million fully guaranteed, $25.69 million. Nice. 0.69 nice million signing bonus. He will make $27.65 million in cash this season, the most of any offensive lineman. Dude is a stud muffin. And I believe that makes him like the third highest paid on paper, the third highest paid lineman. But he's worth every penny. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us in the future. That would really bum me out. But I don't think that will. I think he will be at least good this year. And if he has a drop off, it shouldn't be too far off. So he should be good for at least 2025 and 2026. And hopefully he doesn't retire. And we'll probably come back to this like in 2027. That's my guess. So, yeah, I like it. I'm a big fan of it. I need to see what – we don't know this yet, but probably won't know until at least tomorrow night, the latest, just how much it affects the cap using over the cap and SpoTrack. They'll help us break down the cap. And how it messed up the cap. So, what else? Million. This moves him to $103 million guarantee since joining the 49ers, which is really cool. What else? So yeah, that's about it. That's everything else that's on Trent Williams. Today he gave he gave an analysis on the rookies today, which I thought was pretty cool. He likes Mustafa, big fan of him. He said a few things about Pooney. He's a big fan of him. He likes his draft cast quite a bit. He said a few nice words about Pearsall and his situation and how apparently it inspired him to come back to play Trent Williams, to really want to come back this year. So, and shout out to Ricky Pearsall. Glad you recovered, man. I know it keeps, but it's kind of a big deal that he survived something like that. So, that's Trent. That's Trent's situation. Now let's go up to need to find Brandon Aiyuk. Sorry, guys, I lost all my tabs. When I had to reboot the laptop. So this is going to be a little bit of a slow burn. Trent will be good if Kyle has him rotating, keep him fresh throughout this year. Yeah, he'll be fine. I'm confident that until I see the reports or anything like that he's slow or he doesn't look the same, I think he's just going to be just fine. I would hope so that he gets rotated through the Jets game, just so he does not so he doesn't look bad, and also he doesn't get any injuries. Because if you rush him back too fast soon and he gets hurt. And what's up, Papa? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. So I can't wait to see how this fully guaranteed is dished out. I can't wait to see how far it goes. I'm pretty sure it goes from 2025, 2026, and probably more backloaded into 2027. That's my guess. I like the contract. I'm excited. Brandon Aiyuk. Looking at some Brandon Aiyuk news. Star Trent Williams, Pierce again. No. Oh, sorry guys. Rob Stats Guerrera has this to say. I'll share this tab with you. I think I should watch that interview just to make sure that's actually true. Rob Stats Guerrera says John Lynch was visibly shaken, recounting the events of the weekend. Things are so much better now, but clearly this was a traumatic event for the team. Was he shaken? Was he shook? Incredible that everything turned out this well. What a blessing. Well, I mean, money cures everything. Not everything, but it definitely cures whatever that person was looking for. And if Brandon Aiyuk was just looking for a certain amount of money and he got it, I mean, why not? Business is business. So I don't know if he was shaken, if he was shook. That's interesting to say. That's an interesting thing to say there, buddy. The Deebo Samuel commercial. We'll get to the Deebo Samuel contract here soon. CMC is back at practice. No limitations. I'm excited about that. Heard Deebo gave up some money. We'll see. We'll look at his contract. We need to see what his cap looks like against over the cap and spot track, but we won't know until tomorrow, the latest, or maybe even tonight. We might know tonight, but so Deebo creates $16.4 million in cap space. It says here. Let me see if there's anything else about Aiyuk in here. So this is interesting. This is what I think this is Trent Williams said this. Trent Williams tried not to think about the huge fines he was racking up during his holdout. For the lack of better words, it's kind of a war. Both sides going to lose a little blood, but wave the white flag at the end of the day. We both signed a little peace treaty. We good. That's one way to put it. That's one way to put it for sure. That's one way to put it. Second best roster in NFL owning headlines. Jet up and 49ers. Jets are going to get stomped. Jets are going to get smacked up. Smack my bitch up. That's the Jets. And that's the Jets. So that's Brandon Aiyuk. Now let's look up Deebo Samuel. Let's look at Deebo Samuel's contract. Let's see what he has to offer. Let's see what he has to offer. $16 million, like that guy said in the other previous tweets. God, it really sucks. I had everything. I had the $16 million and everything else all up and everything. Okay, Niners Nation has it up. Here we go. 49ers create $16.4 million in cap space by restructuring Deebo Samuel's contract. And now they have the most cap space. The San Francisco 49ers created $5.4 million in cap space by restructuring Malik Collins. I'm excited about that. I really can't wait to see that too, to see what we gave him. He performed really well in the preseason. They probably loved what they saw and was like, hey, let's give this guy a better contract to save us some cap space and keep him longer. I like that. So I like that move. Deebo right here says create a whopping $6.4 million in cap space by restructuring the wide receiver on Tuesday afternoon. If Samuel's restructure is similar to Samuel's, the Niners converted Deebo's salary base into a signing bonus to increase cap space 2024. Samuel's base salary is $20.97 million in 2024. That's the most logical reasoning. This is the last season in Deebo's contract where he's owed guaranteed money. Yeah, Papa, Trent is we'll see how that's broken down. He's worth every penny, though. I mean, if we didn't have him, we'd be paying some other left tackle, that kind of cash. So regardless. And he's not even getting paid the most in the entire NFL, technically. So, but the bigger deal is how much is it, what is it dished out? How's it dished out? That's what's going to matter. Samuel's base salary is $29.97, but we don't know his cap hit. Heading today, Niners had $49.5 million in cap space. Get it? We are 49ers, so we have $49 million in cap space. The second most in the NFL. Trent Williams' extension and these restructures are unlikely to be included in this number, but if we assume Williams' extension created the space that over the cap projects, which is around $15 million, then they're looking at even more money to roll over in 2025. So I think the cap works like this. Since the 49ers are over $39 million in cap space, and they currently have, what, $60 million now? I think that means they would have $21 million in cap space next year. I think that's how the rollover works. And I could be wrong. If someone knows more than me about that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Pretty sure. That's good news. They'll need it as Brock Purdy's doing an extension. The Niners are projected close to being $48 million in the red in cap space next year. Bummer. Okay. So, yeah, it's no real deals, no real info. All we know is it just saved us $16.4 million. That's all we know. So, we'll see how it goes. Let me go ahead and bring up Larry Krueger has a video on practice today. Let's watch, before we do anything else, let's watch the Rich Eisen. We're going to watch Brock Purdy on Rich Eisen's show today. It was actually pretty cool. I actually made a video on it. I haven't posted it yet, but I will post that video. But we're going to watch that video right now. I liked it. I thought it was wholesome. It kind of gives you an insight of Brock Purdy's mindset. And what the team is like, really, because the team does seem a little laid back and they mesh well, and you'll get what I mean when you see this. So, and if you're a religious person, you'll really love his response, because a lot of people who do know Brock Purdy is really into his faith, and you kind of get to see his faith and how he approaches his faith in this response. So let's go ahead and watch Rich Eisen and Brock Purdy. If you don't like Brock Purdy before, you gotta like him now.
Pokemon size thighs now. Like, this is what he was saying. So did you get like quads on your registry, and people were getting you quads for your, like, where did the legs come from, Brock? Be straight up with you.
I mean, there was that, and then when you're working out here every day, you see a guy named Nick Bosa work out, and so I sort of took his regimen and of what he does with his legs, and I was like, I think I need to apply that, to my game as a quarterback. So
it's working. It's working.
Man, I just went to town on my legs and try to get a strong lower half of the season and help me out with my throws and stuff. And And yeah, in
Nice.
the off season, that's just the time to bulk. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
you clearly did that. So how much bigger are you coming into this season than you have been before, Brock?
man, I would probably say just a couple more pounds of more muscle mass, and just try to lean out. Obviously lean out, cutting fat and all that kind of stuff. That's just where my emphasis was. But the off season, everyone
Showing,
comes
man.
in looking really good and in shape and stuff. So now it's just a matter of like maintaining it. So yeah, that's nothing more to it. I'm just trying to be in shape and ready for the season.
Faster? Are you now faster? Have we timed you?
Yeah, I need to race you, man. We
No,
need to
you
do that for
don't. No. I decline that invitation.
I don't
I'm
know.
not Noah Lyles. You know what I mean? Like that's not happening. You know what I mean? That's not happening.
Yeah, I don't know if I've gotten faster or not. I mean, I think I feel quick and I feel good. So it's just it's a matter of game speed. When I'm getting chased down by D lineman or D end, and we'll find out what my GPS is in the game. That's all that matters.
Okay. And so what do you believe you are going to be improved at this season based on what you've prepared and looked at in the past couple of years of your progression, Brock?
I would say just like situational football, man, like watching, the games back from last year and being in certain situations, whether that was, third and long, second and long, or, staying on the field more consistently or being willing to punt, and looking at those playoff games and what I could have done better. I feel like those are areas where I really looked at pretty hard, and just playing quarterback in a more efficient way in situational moments. And so that's something that I sort of harped on. And then obviously like working on my mobility and my body. Last year I came off the UCL, so this year I was actually able to work on like all components of my body, getting stronger, faster, and more mobile. So put all those things together, and I feel like I've had a real off season and gotten better.
If you don't mind sharing, what in your review of the playoffs did you see and self scout and say I can be better at that? You got any specifics
Good
you want to
question.
share?
Good question.
I mean, I think there was just times in, like the Packers game, where, like they were sort of taking away our intermediate to deep shots. And, I was in that game trying to force things downfield, and it's like, all right, man, like being willing to, take the check down, stay on the field, getting third and manageable. Detroit, in the first half, there was some plays, same thing where it's
He really does,
third
man.
and long and stuff. And it's being willing to take the check down and punt, rather than, I tried forcing one ball and it got tipped and intercepted. And now the defense is in bad field position. It's stuff like that. It's like, you got to learn from it. You got to experience those things. But those are areas that I can definitely be better at and learn from.
What about the Super Bowl?
W.
Super Bowl. Yeah. Still same thing. There's times throughout the game, like we get an interception and we're in the plus 50 of going in and scoring. And, we go 3 and out, and it's like on second down. In my eyes, I'm like hard on myself. I'm like, man, I could have hit aiyuk in a tight window to move the chains, but instead I progressed and it ended up being an incomplete pass or something like that. So there's certain plays throughout the games and moments that you can take advantage of and obviously create momentum and run with it. So those are plays that you got to learn from and grow.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the.
So that was the wrong clip. There's a different clip that I wanted to show. There's a one where a great answer he gives. It's a lot more wholesome. So there's obviously a second part to this interview. So this was actually new to me. I love that response. That was really cool. It sounds to me he actually watched the Super Bowl and reviewed it. It seems like so, and that's ballsy because even as a fan, that's hard for me to do. So the fact that he's taking accountability and knows what he has to do, like Papa J says, man, he's like a 10-year vet. He's just a good guy, man, and knows what he needs to do to win. And clearly when he sees someone else, such as Brock, like Bosa, for example, he will take his routine to get better legs because clearly it works. So he's doing whatever he can to become a better player, looking at everyone else and just being a sponge and just to become a better player. I like that. That's a really cool mindset. That's a cool mindset. Let me go ahead and try to find that other video of Brock Purdy real quick. I like it a lot. It's a lot more wholesome and serious, but not, if that makes sense. No. Better player. Is this it? I think this is it. Hold on. This is it. Okay. All right. This is it right here. All right. This is the. I made a video on this one. I like this response.
Brock Purdy here on the Rich Eisen Show are paparazzi type questions,
Yes.
media type questions, where we work in the narrative business, and yours is that you are still needing to get into that elite level, and you taking your team to the Super Bowl and performing as well as you did, and going into the extra period, going into overtime against the Chiefs and getting points on the board. Do you feel you've answered questions about you, Brock? Do you feel that way?
I mean, honestly speaking, like I don't, buy into, the world's narrative of, who I am and who I am as a quarterback and all that kind of stuff. For me, what matters most is, having the trust and respect of the guys in this organization and in this building. My teammates, my coaches, everyone who runs this organization, they see me on the day-to-day basis of how I work, how I prepare, and going out and winning games.
If
That's
he
all that
cares
matters.
nothing about
And
the
so
players and the
that's what my
teammates.
focus
Maybe a
is and
discount
what it's
coming.
on. And if I, listen to everybody else on the outside
Maybe
world
a
and try
pay
to please
cut?
everybody, then I would be drained. I wouldn't be who I am. And so that's where my focus is at. People can say what they want, but at the end of the day, man, I'm just trying to win ball games here with my guys and earn their trust and respect every day. So that's where I'm at with that.
There are members of my profession. You saying you tune them out? That's insulting, Brock. You know what I mean? You're tuning out the media.
Sorry, man.
We're talking
sorry.
for a living. How do you not hear us? You're not
Welcome.
you're not hearing us?
I mean, no, I hear some stuff here and there.
Okay.
Debo will be telling me stuff in the locker room.
Oh,
What do you mean?
So,
What do you mean Debo's telling you stuff? What do you mean?
just stuff throughout the year. Last year, the backwards hat dilemma. I don't know if you
Backwards hat
remember
shit,
hearing about
dude.
that. So Debo came up and he's like, dude, they're saying you can't be a
Roll
franchise
49ers
quarterback
fan
if
to
you're
snow.
wearing your hat backwards. I'm like, dang, bro, they're saying that. So I got my news sources in the locker room with some of the guys, but it's all we laugh about it and we know what's real and what matters most.
They're not trying to stoke your flame a little bit, you think?
I don't think so. I
No?
think all the guys like to joke around about stuff and yeah, man, it's a good time.
I don't know. I mean, Kittle, when he was here, told us that when you first showed up to the 49ers,
I like
he
that.
stuck an Iowa shirt in your locker and you grabbed it and cursed him out. Is
Cursed?
basically what he said.
You
Brock.
cursed, Brock.
Kittle, nah, dude. He I'm not gonna say anything about George, but I love him, but that is not true. The cursing part. I did throw the shirt and the jersey back at him, all the Iowa gear that he had in my locker, and I was mad.
He was mad.
To say that I cursed back at him, I was like, dude, that did not happen. I remember seeing that clip actually. I'm like, what the heck, George?
What the heck, George? That's as far as he goes. Man, I was so angry. I threw the shirt at him, and I was like, "What the heck?" Oh, he's like a Kirk Cousins mini me on that shit, dude. He like legit got offended that like, how dare you say I curse? I do not curse. Oh shit, that's funny. That's funny.
Okay. So what the heck is that? That's the ceiling of your cursing, is what you're saying, Brock. That's
yes,
it.
Sir. I mean, yes,
Okay.
For me, I got to tame the tongue and obviously, what comes out of my mouth, I want to honor the Lord, and that's how I live my life. And
that is so cool that he takes what comes out of his mouth seriously, because whatever he comes out of his mouth is in honor of the Lord. And so if he were to curse, you'd feel like it would dishonor the Lord. And that's obviously his religion. So it's cool that he respects that and takes it to that far. So I respect that on all that. But it doesn't change the fact that it's absolutely funny as shit. What the heck, George? Golly. You know I don't like Iowa.
Well, I'm just thrilled to hear that you do hear what I'm saying, at least what's being said here. is something
Yeah.
that you're paying attention to, right? Did I
No,
pick
what
up on
matters
that?
most, what matters most with all the media, whatever Rich Eisen says is true, and I listen to 100% of it every day. Yes, sir.
Clip and save that. That's a new drop. Whatever Rich Eisen says
Good
is true.
answer.
Make sure that you get the in
Should.
point and the out point of that. I don't want to
That's
get too
free
deep in the weeds of
advertising.
how
Sure,
we
man, you need
go
to
about our
pay for that.
production business here, but Brock Purdy just said the truth. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel.
You didn't have to pay for that promotion, dude. That's like a $10,000 promotion right there that you just got for free, bud. You just got that for free. Congratulations. Okay, so that is Brock Purdy on Rich Eisen. I thought it was a really good interview. I thought he answered all the questions really well. Like Papa said, he's like a vet. He knows what he's doing. He has approached this season professionally, and obviously he took whatever around him and tried to make himself better. I am super excited because, as a lot of 49ers fans know, this is actually Brock Purdy's very first season where it's all him. No injuries, just him getting better, him getting to know the playbook, him getting familiar with the receivers. The only thing that he didn't get to do that other teams get to do, other quarterbacks, I should say, is he got to play with they get to play with their starters. He didn't get to play with Trent Williams, and he didn't get to play with Brent Aiyuk throughout training camp. So he did miss that. However, he still got familiar with the other players, so it's not the end of the world. But, yeah. Oh, did not mean to share that tab. Oops. MV Purdy. I agree. I like that. I like Glock Purdy. That's one of my favorite names, Glock Purdy. I like that one. My favorite one is Glock Purdy. That's my favorite one. What else? Let me go ahead and see if there's any other news real quick. I think that's everything, honestly. This actually might be a shorter show than usual. Rich tried digging some dirt, and Brock shot him down with BP charm. He did. Like, usually there was some responses that you feel like any like rookie quarterback would get all like would kind of like fold a little bit and give like some weird answer. He gave a very good, straightforward answer that, like he said, like a vet would just give a response to. So, yeah, and hopefully the talk about him being like it's all about the organization, the team. That's what I care about most. Hopefully he's like, and that's why I want to give them a discount. That's why I'll take $40 million a year. Such wishful thinking, no doubt. Let's see if there's anything. I got to check see if there's any news. Hold on. So there's anything else? No, I think it dies from here. Yeah, I think the season's just ready. So let's see if Hassan Reddick is ready to go. I would do a breakdown of the Jets, but I think I want to do that tomorrow because I actually like I did all the research and stuff, but I kind of want to save that tomorrow morning. I'll probably go live again at 9:30 tomorrow morning, and then I'll do an actual breakdown of the 49ers versus Jets. I was supposed to do that at 9:30, but with the Trent Williams contract happening, had to pivot. So, yeah. Woo! Let me see if there's anything else. Hold on. Let me check, make sure. Malik Collins saved $5.4 million. Figured that out. Deebo Samuel, $16.4 million, but we still don't know what that's going to do to the cap yet. Let me double check Spotrac real quick before we get out of here. Do I do this full time? No, I do this like I go live an hour, and then I work from home, so I'm able to do this like on and off. So switch. So, but full time would be dope. I wish that'd be cool. I would love to do this full time. That's the dream. That is the dream. Let's see. Trent Williams. I think they updated it. Let me double check. No, they haven't updated it. They just updated the years. They haven't filled in the information yet. They just updated the years. Yeah. It's a dream though, man. Hey, a man can dream, you know, but just gotta pursue it. Keep the grind. Doesn't have the numbers yet. Yeah. Don't have the numbers yet. All right, guys. I think that's everything. We went through Trent. We went through Debo. We went through Brandon Aiyuk. Everything is set. The 49ers have everything ready to go. I think the 49ers can pick up maybe a tackle in Charles Leno Jr. I think he's a solid player. And even though he's like 6'3", 310 is a little small, but I think he'll be good in outside zones. So that'd be kind of cool if we pick him up. The rest of tackles that are available, I do not believe in. So hopefully we can pick them up. And then edge rusher and Ngakoue is still out there. That would be an awesome pickup. I feel like those would be the two biggest things that this team needs to do is pick up an edge rusher and a tackle. And I think they got two players out there in free agency that could help this team. Well, should help this team. Yeah, they won't pick up a tackle, but if they do pick up a tackle, if they decide to pick up a tackle at any point, I really hope it's Charles Leno Jr. because I've looked at all the 10 free agents out there of tackles. All of them are trash. They all suck. There's only one with good potential that would be better than McKivitz right now, and that's Leno Jr. Leno last year had a 71.5 PFF grade compared to McKivitz, who had a 65. So there's that. You are the Brock Purdy YouTube, soon you'll be big. I appreciate that, man. I hope so, dude. You know, I really just want to make this channel about the people, and you know, I just want to make this a channel about great conversation, and I hope people love it and sub to it, and we grow together, man. You know, can't do it without you guys, for real. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to make some dinner. Anything new happens, I'll do something on live tomorrow. But as for the live tomorrow, most likely we'll do the 49ers versus Jets breakdown, and then maybe take a look at the Cardinals and Rams because we already looked at the Seahawks and how they look. And to be honest with you, I'm not impressed whatsoever. So, but I digress. Tomorrow we'll talk about division rivals and then the 49ers versus Jets, a full breakdown, offensive coordinator from their offensive line, defense, all of it. We'll go through it. All right. Before it was me, good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining in. Hope you liked the live. Papa J, good to see you too. OG, and who else? Is there anyone else in here? No, that's it. Okay. Much love, guys. Sub if you like the content. Like if you like the video. All love, fam. And I'll see you next vid.